Hello and welcome. We're going to another video. In today's video, we have some battles from MrBonsai19. Mr. Bonsai, I queued into them in the Go Battle League, Master League Premier, and they were running Shadow Tangrowth, and I felt jealous of. And they stopped by the stream, and I asked them nicely if they are able to record some battles using Shadow Tangrowth, because I do feel like this Pokemon is insanely good in the Master League. Yes, it lacks some CP, but guess what? It's Shadow. They have the Shadow one, and usually if the Pokemon lacks the stat product, like this lacks the attack stats, and you just use the Shadow one, then the Shadow one will be able to overcome that, and you have shields to cover up to the lack of defense that comes with the Shadow. The team they are running is triple safest swaps. Golisopod is actually one of the best safe swaps. It's kind of underwhelming because of the damage that Golisopod dish out is not as much as other Pokemons like Dragonite. And Snorlax is probably the most neutral Pokemon. Snorlax used to be one of the best Pokemons in the entire cup, but now we have Pokemons that kind of wall Snorlax, such as the two ghosts, Annihilate and Scourge. But now Snorlax is kind of forced to run Outrage to overcome that situation. So without further ado, let's just go and watch Mr. Bonzi's battles using Shadow Tangrowth, Golisopod, and Snorlax. Omega Spicy team. Oh my, we're picking up an amazing lead with Golisopod. Golisopod walls that, and opponent swapped into Ursaluna. We punish that with the Tangrowth. I think opponent instant throwing, which means this is an Ice Punch, but we can like slightly overfarm by doing 4 and then throw the Power Whip. Power Whip is supposed to take out, because Ursaluna doesn't have that much of a stats. We should live an Ice Punch, and they shouldn't be able to live one of our charge moves. They do have a quick attack, which is kind of adding up heavily, and now we're kind of like in a tough situation. I mean, we can just throw a Liquidation, and the Liquidation is supposed to take them out, and Ursaluna is kind of like a massive core breaker to our team, and they do live that with 1 HP. And this is what I was talking about like 5 seconds ago, that like the problem with this Pokemon is that you just get massively like walled sometimes. I like the no shield here because it's kind of like an obvious Night Slash, and we can just put them in EQ range and then throw the EQ. You might prefer to run Outrage in this cup, but it's not the end of the world. And now we are in like a very race into getting to the charge move, and whoever gets to the charge move first. But remember that one move doesn't KO, so it's kind of a race to whoever gets 2 charge moves, and we CMP them here, and this is supposed to take them out, even if they get even if they throw Mirror Shot and the Mirror Shot debuff us, but they throw Outrage, and Golisopod finishing game 1. Golisopod's like, oh, Yashatsa was saying that I'm not good enough. I'm gonna show him. And that was an actual good show. Now moving into the next game, we have Golisopod into Goodra, kind of a scuffed matchup, and we swapped into Snorlax. Now we are in another scuffed matchup, because like Scourge walls the energy from Snorlax, and oh my, they are running Flamethrower? Why? Just run Shadow Ball, my friend. We're going straight for the Earthquake, and opponent doesn't see that coming, and that Outrage take out the Scourge, and we have another Body Slam going straight for the Goodra. So what's the play now? Well, we have to go back to Golisopod, or we can just actually go to Tangrowth, because the thing about Tangrowth, it walls the energy from Goodra. We shielded there just in case it's a Draco, because Goodra learns a Draco, and then they swap to Metagross, and we have a hard punish for that, which is Golisopod. Golisopod resists most of the charge moves from Metagross, but it doesn't handle like the damage that easily. And we're just going straight for the Aerial Ace now. By the way, Aerial Ace does literally similar damage to Liquidation. It's just like does 2 more damage, so you kind of like prefer to run X Scissor, but I think we have Aerial Ace in case there is a Gyarados, because you need the Aerial Ace for the Gyarados. That's the only matchup I could think of. We need 2 moves now here to throw, so there is no point of throwing before getting to 2 moves. So the good thing is that we do wall the energy, and like Tangrowth here is actually like clapping this Goodra. Yo, this Pokemon is legit good. I mean, Goodra is #1 Pokemon on PvPoke in this league, so just like to make it relatable, Tangrowth was able to handle the Goodra like insanely well. Okay, moving into the next game, we have Golisopod into a Metagross. What a lead, that's all I can say. We evolved the energy and upon swapping to Gyarados, so the only play here... Wait, it's not an only play, it's an actual play. Opponent build up to the Crunch, and Tangrowth here doesn't care about them throwing Crunch because we easily get to 2 Rock Slides. And Rock Slide kind of does like lots of damage here, so they are forced to shield, and we can just shield here and throw another Rock Slide. I like this play that we're not going for like fighting for the swap, because winning swap here doesn't matter because we do have Earthquake on the Snorlax. Opponent brought in the Metagross. I don't think we need to wait the shield, and sorry, we need to wait the switch. And opponent having a Togekiss in the back, we get the defense to drop. This is actually insane. Golisopod. Like, the showcase was about Shadow Tangrowth, and it's just becoming a showcase of how good Golisopod is, to be honest. I'm actually impressed with the Golisopod. Amazing timing here by the Cowboy Hat Snorlax. Oh, it's a Shadow. Wait, it's a Shadow Cowboy Hat? Is that even possible? Did I miss that event? What's something? I don't have a Cowboy Hat Snorlax. That's Shadow. Okay. That was a nicely done game. 4-1 with Golisopod and Shadow Tangrowth. Okay, moving into the next game, we have Gyarados. This is actually not an ideal lead. Oh wait, it's Waterfall, which is making it an ideal lead. That's kind of an aggressive no shield because this is a Crunch. It does lots of damage, and I do like this play. Opponent insta no shield, opponent insta swapping, and if we shield a Moonblast, we are in a very good situation. Shielding a bait there is kind of a bad put us like in a horrible situation because the Flower wins this matchup straightforward, straight like Moonblast. But if you shield a Moonblast, you put them in an awkward situation where like they will be forced to shield a Body Slam, which they just did. The good news is that we're supposed to get to our move before them, but our move kind of doesn't KO. Nice counting on our side here. Oh my. Oh my. The timing actually punished us there. So we have 2 chances. What do? We just go and get energy lead on Tangrowth because we will need that extra Vine Whip that we got there. So that's like an extra. Oh, my opponent top lefting because they have a Dragonite or like something in the back. Next game we have a Swampert in the lead. Opponent swap to Gyarados. I think we could have just done more and then swap to Snorlax because... yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. Because just in case they get a Crunch debuff. Because we don't have any Pokemon that can appreciate the energy from Gyarados. So kind of stay in sometimes, wait until they throw. Oh my, that was actually one of the worst defensive drop that could have ever happened. I think we're just going to overfarm a bit and then throw the Aerial Ace. And then we have a Primarina in the back. So I think... the Tangrowth will actually be cooking because opponent has 2 waters and we have a grass Pokemon. So here we're just grabbing some shields. That's all we can hope for. Get as many shields as possible. Swap to Tangrowth and we just shield everything. Opponent still having 2 shields, 2 Pokemons. Oh my, Swampert doesn't like these energy. Swampert in this league runs Sludge Bomb, I think. Because EQ is not necessarily needed for anything. Against the Steel, you just go straight Hydro. So we kind of need to shield the Sludge. Opponent is baiting with Hydro, but we can just insta throw the Power Web. And Tangrowth here, like the angry... oh my, dude. When Tangrowth throw these, like the hairy Pokemon with like red eyes, so angry, looks actually... scary. Okay, moving into the next game where we're picking up an amazing lead. We're like here, Golisopod is just showing the Scourge who's the actual ghost here. Shadow Claws are adding up. So does the Incinerate. I think we're just blindly shielding here because we just outpace on every situation. Opponent swap to Snorlax aggressively, and I think we can just no shield the first and go straight Power Whip. 2 Power Whips I'm assuming will KO, but we won't have that much health. So we're kind of forced to shield on the next move. I think we do live it, so there is no point of shielding. Yeah, I do agree with this. Since we live, and if we get to the Power Whip, oh my, we get to the Power Whip with 1 HP. That was a calculated gameplay right there, and we farmed them down. This is kind of tough one because they will get an entire Incinerate on that 1 HP, and I do love this aggressive swap because at that point you can't just give them that much energy. Body Slam number 1 here. Ooh, okay, we have 2 shields. We can just shield here. Hopefully they don't get the boost, and which they didn't. And at this point, we can just go straight body slam, and the cowboy had Snorlax throwing these body slams after a body slam, and we don't need to get that many. They realize that we don't need to KO this, and now we have a liquidation ready to go on the bug. Mr. Bonsai, like, taking another game with his spicy team. Well played. Moving into the next game, we have Golisopod into Annihilate. This is an amazing lead for the Golisopod because we walled that thing, and we get to our charge moves much faster. But Annihilate is kind of bulky. Shadow Ball kind of hits so hard. But we should still be fine, to be honest. And opponent swapping into a Waterfall Gyarados, and nothing could be better for this Tangrowth. Tangrowth does not care about shielding here because they don't have a Dragon Breath. And we can do like 4 then throw or just 1 then throw, to be honest, because this doesn't KO. We see a nice Ender Charge, and we're just going to throw the Rock Slide instantly because... I do like this because we just don't want to. Oh my! Like, opponent was like, you might die through shield though. Oh, we don't die through shield. That was an actual nice recognition. It's like I wouldn't shield there because like a charge move does 1 damage even if there is a shield. So if you see someone with 1 HP and they use the shield, they still die through the shield. So that was an actual like a great recognition on our end. We're going straight liquidation, and remember that we do have Earthquakes, so the Snorlax matchup isn't as bad. And I think like the Lick is just going to chunk them in like insanely like that. Oh my! We just throw the body slam. One is throwing Shadow Ball when they only get to 1 move, and their win con is to just nuke. We do live that. Moving into the next game, Mr. Bonsai picking up a horrible lead into a Goodra, and we're just swapping to Snorlax. Snorlax into Goodra is actually a good matchup. Point punishing our swap with a Metagross. We're just going straight for the EQ. Can we land this EQ and take out this Metagross? Bye-bye, Metagross. See you in the next game. And that was a nice nuke. Yeah, this Snorlax moveset is actually goated. Like, Body Slam for everything that flies, Earthquake for everything that doesn't fly. Opponent shielding a Body Slam, and at this point, because like they were like, oh, there's nothing we could do. They don't know that we have a Pokemon that walls all the energy from the Goodra, so Goodra will not appreciate that. Upon swapping out the Feraligatr, they realize that they don't have a play into the Tangrowth, and they top left. So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Bonsai19, for sending me these amazing battles. They were like some of the most fun to watch battles for me. I've never seen Tangrowth in Master League, and that was definitely fun to watch. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching, and thank you, Mr. Bonsai, for sending us these amazing battles. If you would like these battles to get featured in the channel, make sure to record them, upload them to Google Drive, and send me a DM, or you can just tag me on my own Discord. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ring all the bells, click all the buttons down below, and see you in the next video. Peace.